So this unit, uh, I was supposed to focus on strategies, instructional strategies, that what I'll be doing, and to be prepared to vary my strategies. That if one isn't working, to have some other ideas to switch. And I think it's important. I mean, because often with issues with students not focusing, acting up and not paying attention, as we mentioned in another debriefing, it's good to change gears in order to kind of control the environment, right? So, yeah, it was good to be thinking about instructional strategies. And also, like, for example, in this lesson, I used this topic of stars and their constellations. And, you know, it's it was, I mean, they were familiar with it from one of their classes about constellations, but I found that at some point in the lesson, I was thinking, okay, what else can I do? Because, well, what happened was the video was also giving me a little trouble. In the video that I had found, it was, maybe something with connection, the Wi-Fi connection, and so I was planning on using that video to make the concept more interesting, but it started giving a little trouble. So in that case, yeah, it's a good idea to have other instructional strategy, other things planned. One thing that I do is I try to, I ask them where else have they learned this, what they found interesting about it, what else would they want. So when I was having trouble with the video, I thought I went and asked them, okay, this is what we're learning about stars and their constellations. And I thought about, oh, this is a father and daughter, and then looking at nature. Mm-hmm. What would you like to learn about nature? What would you want to learn more about, explore? That was another strategy that I had, but it wasn't really sparking any interest in at least one or two of my students. The other two were more enthusiastic about it, but one on the left hand side over there he was blank. He wasn't coming up with any what he would want to. Because sometimes it does take time for them to think about what do I want to learn about nature. I mean, especially the environment we live in, urban. This is we live in the city. It's understandable that the kids, to ask them about nature maybe a little challenge. They're not always thinking about nature. So yeah, I guess having different instructional strategies is good. Do you find that is it always necessary? Is it always
I think so, because teaching is an art that you have to always be prepared to shift gear.
Yeah.
Always, because you can come up, plan your lesson, want to teach this lesson, and you come and you find out that you're just talking over their heads. Nothing you're saying is getting in. So you have to think fast. Okay, now what do I do? Because you want to, so you need to be able to switch gears and see, maybe change your style, maybe even the approach to the topic.
Yeah, approach to the topic. Yeah.
For example, like you started talking about nature.
Yeah.
You can even think of something that interests them. TV. Do you watch Nature Channel on TV? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That something they're familiar with. You start from where they are.
It's interesting. Like the two students who were involved in the lesson, their knowledge and interest in nature was coming from a television program. It's like it wasn't from first-hand experience.
Yeah, because they really don't have that first-hand experience from the environment.
Yeah, and if other kids aren't watching those programs, then they're not as able to.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're right about that. Structure. Yeah, so I mean, because these are young kids. This is not a college lecture where even if someone's falling asleep, you keep on going on with your lecture. You have a set lecture, you go on.
And their responsibility is to learn it and reproduce when it's time to
Okay.
test, but that's not the same.
Yes, it's always good to have different ideas and strategies. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, well,